everyone. I want to say happy holidays because it's like a holiday for me between the full moon and the 10-10 portal today. So, the full moon, lots and lots of energy there. And if you look at the math, 10-10. So ones are the creative energy for you to have the energy to direct your will, kind of like having a magic wand, looks like a number 1. And then the 0 is the number of universal energy, unlimited abundance, alpha and omega, around and around and around. So you have the energy of the universe behind anything that you want to create right now, which is pretty cool. You also have the full moon energy. So it's a great time to really make sure that you're clear in your head, because everything that you're thinking is creating your reality. We all know that. And even to other light rays who understand the concepts quite clearly, we still aren't as meticulous as we could be. And so the energy right now, be as meticulous as you can be would be a good idea, so that you stay on your path and draw everything to you that you really desire and nothing that you do not. So even if you meditate regularly, whenever you get this video, I ask you to still stop and clear yourself, become very, very clear, do a quick little meditation, because you have a lot of energies around you that are very clouding to the mind. I'm not going to get into all the ways that this is happening, but just most of you probably, if you're watching me, you know this to be true, and so everything that you can do to counteract that is going to be beneficial for you and for everyone around you. So some people may be watching this saying, well, what are ways that I can do that? Drink a lot of water, stop eating processed foods and chemicals and things like that, get enough sleep, and meditate. Just the normal healthy things that you can think of. They all make a really big difference. The other thing is what you're watching. I do not recommend television in general, mainstream news, even underground news, because they do the same thing with underground news. They spin people out. It's actually kind of worse in many ways, because there's the adrenaline of the underground news, and their vortexes are spinning even faster, and you can't even speak with them. And so just be careful. Anything that turns into an addiction where you're spinning and spinning, we're all guilty of this. It has a downside. It's going to take all your energy so that you're not able to put it in something creative. Right? You're in trouble when you're spinning and something, and that you're obsessively, like, you think about it and you just love it so much, or you can't get away from it, or it gets you emotional in some way, positive or negative. If it's a positive thing, people tend to think it's great, but it's still taking all your energy. Is that where you want your energy to go? Are you creating anything for yourself? So those would be some questions to think about. And energy is always like this. Your life is always like this. It doesn't matter where you come from, what your age is, your nationality, your religious beliefs, or lack of. But energy is energy. It doesn't lie. And everything you think and everything you surround yourself and everything affects your life. So it's always worthwhile to be really clear on what it is that you want, so that you don't manifest someone else's reality that they want you to believe in, and think that there's no other way, because then you will create that. So one more thing. Right now when you look around you, it looks like chaos and destruction. There's a reason for that. I'm not saying that there isn't chaos and destruction. What I am saying is that it's like there's always a balance. There's always a balance. Energetically, if you have a spark, there's a negative and a positive. There's equal amounts of that to make an energetic spark. So it's the glass half empty, or the glass half, can't speak. Is the glass half empty? Is the glass half full? Well, it's both, right? It's completely both. No one's right, no one's wrong. But whichever one you choose to focus on is the residual effect that will stay in your psyche and affect the outcome in your own life. That was a great words of wisdom that I said there. So you get to choose. And if you're looking at something, whether it's news or your job or your relationship, and all you see is the short end of the stick, the crappy part, you must consciously choose to see the other part. We just went through a major hurricane down here, horrifying in many ways, a lot of sadness and death and things like that, and loss of income and all those things. Very true. That's why I made a video about this unexpected, beautiful thing that happened, that I met new people and had a great time doing the outside barbecue, because while I always believe that was a perfect example of the silver lining. No matter how horrifying it is, there is a silver lining. There are many people that will try to punish you for seeing the silver lining or pointing out the silver lining. I almost didn't publish that because I thought that people would react and think it's disrespectful that I'm having a party in the parking lot when other people are dying and suffering. And that's why I included the counterbalance in the video, lest anyone think that I'm not thinking of them or I'm rubbing it in their faces. No. But would you prefer that I just showed death and more death and destruction and everything that you're already looking at to make you feel even shittier? Or do you want to see something positive? So there are people that hate you and want to put out your light, and they feel like that no matter how good their lives are, because that's what they've chosen to exist in. They can always make another choice. It's likely that they will not at this point. I don't know. That was a pessimistic thing to say. I take it back. I'm just saying, there's nothing you can do to shift somebody out of the hateful mindset. It's completely up to them. I still believe that the best way to be is to be a light, bright example, to lift others up, to reinforce what the light rays already know, and perhaps you will inspire someone who's living in hatred. You may not, probably won't. It's, you're likely that you wouldn't. If you're not going to, you're not going to anyway. But, I believe in the miracle. I believe in the miracle 100%. So that's what keeps me going every day. It hasn't let me down yet. So I love you very much. I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Pyramid Intel.